Welcome to a new feature on the Voice Love Company, Mindset Mondays. You're not going to want to miss it. Today we're talking about what do you really believe? Keep watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell below so you don't miss a single video or when I go live. Hi everybody, my name is Christi Bovee and I'm a mindset coach and voice intuitive who works with high-performing professionals and pre-professionals of all walks of life to get them where they ultimately want to go, their destiny. And there is one thing I know to be true. You get what you believe. It's true for voice work. If you don't believe you're going to hit that note, you're not going to hit it. If you don't believe you're going to get the job, you're not going to get it. Belief is one of the most valuable things you have as a human being, no matter who you are, no matter what you do. It's in our nature as humans to keep reaching for more, going for bigger, going for better. But the truth is, if you want more from your life, you have to believe it's possible. You will never go beyond where you believe you can go. One of the early psychologists in America, William James, was quoted as saying, "Believe and your belief will actually create the fact." You may have also heard the Bible verse. It's in Mark 9:23. All things are possible for him who believes. Napoleon Hill, the author of the book Think and Grow Rich, was also quoted as saying, "There's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish. Open-mindedness is essential for belief." And then he went on to say something even more profound. Remember, no more effort is required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity than is required to accept misery and poverty. I have worked for decades with people who do not believe in themselves. It is something that I do every day because it's something that everybody feels, that they're not good enough. And I get it, because I was in the same boat. In fact, I talk about my story in my new mini course, Permission to Suck. It's a funny title, but it's actually teaching you to reinvent yourself around a new relationship with failure. You can hear more about my story in this course. The details are in the description box below. I learned from my own journey that you will never go beyond where you believe you can go. So I want to ask you, what do you believe you can do? Do you realize how absolutely incredible you are? Just look at the body that you inhabit right now. It's an incredible machine. And so many of the processes in our body are automatic. We don't even think about it. Like if you get a cut on your finger, it's like you literally are healing behind the knife. You are amazing. I want to tell you a powerful word that I just learned. It's praxis. Praxis is the integration of belief with behavior. As human beings, we can believe on two levels. With our conscious minds, which is our educated mind, the information gathering, logic finding parts of ourselves, but then also with our subconscious mind. It's on the subconscious level that controls our behavior. And one of the most interesting things when you read about all of this and the scientific side of it is most of our beliefs are put into us before we are even born. It's genetic. And I'm not going to delve too deeply into this, but it's such an interesting area of study. So if you're a geek like me, you can continue to read more about this. But most of our beliefs were passed on to us before we were even born. It's part of our conditioning. And so when you learn the word praxis, you realize it's the integration of belief with behavior. And praxis takes practice. We must integrate our beliefs with our behavior. You'll see it all the time. People who say, yeah, I believe that, but their behavior doesn't really show that that's true. So I'm going to ask you a question. What do you believe you are capable of doing? And when you believe it, do you believe it deep down in your psyche? The fact is, nobody knows what you are truly capable of doing. Nobody. You are glorious. I learned a huge lesson many years ago about praxis when I was working with one of my voice clients. In our work together, she had just exhibited that she was marginally talented. I'm being honest here because I just want you to understand the depth and scope and breadth of this story. She really didn't exhibit a talent that made me stop and go, wow, this person is going to go places and do things with her voice. But she had a dream to be the lead in the musical at her school. And me, as her teacher, seeing what she had exhibited as far as her work ethic and her actual ability, kind of wanted to backpedal a bit on that dream for her. I wanted to do damage control because as her teacher, I didn't see any way for that dream to be realized. I'm just being gut level honest here because something happened to this girl that totally transformed her. She started to believe that she was totally capable of carrying the weight of a lead role in a musical. She believed the role was hers, and she rearranged her life to make more time for preparation for audition and the callback that she knew she was going to get. She spent more time working on her belief system even than she did on her singing. And to my shock and surprise, she got the lead role in the musical at school. And not only that, she was absolutely brilliant. So brilliant, I had to go back and see the show twice, which is something I very rarely do. You are a walking mass of power. When you say things like, yes, I believe I can do that, but you don't take any action to align your behavior to that belief, what you're really saying is, I don't have any desire to do that. Remember what Napoleon Hill said, open-mindedness is essential for belief. A closed mind will not accept the idea that you're trying to put into it. In other words, when your mind is closed, an idea will come along and you'll just reject it outright. It won't get anywhere. Have you ever thought about the number of ideas that you've rejected that could have been truly transformational, could have changed everything for you? It's so important that you think about what you're thinking about. The thoughts you internalize set up the vibration. The vibration that you're in causes action. The action causes the reaction. And it's that action-reaction state that gets you to the result you're actually wanting. So what I'm saying is, you've got to believe that it can be done. Ask yourself, what do I believe I'm capable of doing? Remember what Napoleon Hill said. Remember, no more effort is required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity, than is required to accept misery and poverty. You've got to make certain that when you set goals high. Believe and succeed. All things are possible. Praxis is that integration of belief with your behavior. The truth is, you can do anything, but you've got to believe it. If you don't believe it, it's going to be a struggle making things happen. I want you to take a hard look at your beliefs today. Which beliefs are limiting you? Which ones are keeping you feeling sad, stuck, or disqualified? Get my mini course, Permission to Suck, and let's get you turning in the right direction towards believing that you actually can. Keep finding your voice. Keep making your sound in the world today. The world is waiting for what you and only you bring. And remember, you are loved. Bye, guys.